Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. Illinois, it's another team that's losing a lot, right? Marcus Domask is gone. Eric Shannon is gone. Justin Harmon is gone. Coleman Hawkins is in the NBA draft. He's probably going to end up being gone. Quincy Guerrier is gone. Dane Danger is gone. Luke Goody is gone. It feels like every single person that mattered on that team last year, the reason why booty ball was the thing for Illinois this past season, is not going to be there anymore. So, with Kai Boswell coming in, with Trey White coming in, with Kerry Booth coming in, with Jake Davis coming in, with a couple of these freshmen coming in, with Ty Rogers coming back, where do you stand on Illinois right now, considering they just went out and dropped a bag on an assistant in I forget, is it Oliver or Orlando Antigua? I can never remember which one was which. Orlando. Okay.
Oliver's the former high school coach at St. Ray's.
Yeah.
I like them. I think they're still a tournament team. I want to see more before I make pass judgment on kind of where this Illinois team can be this year. But I think they've got enough good pieces. Again, you look at Kai Boswell, I think will be better this year for the most part. Ty Rogers is still what he is. Kerry Booth is talented. I like that addition, to be honest. Calvin's son, who played at Notre Dame last year and long and talented. Trey White, talented, obviously started his career at USC, then Louisville, which was a shit show over there. They still have more work to do. But again, I think if you're an Illinois fan and you look at what you lost and you say, hey, listen, if we're a tournament team again this year, and maybe we win a game in the NCAA tournament, we'd sign up for that, and not falling off the map, which again, if you told me you'd lose everything you did from last year, mainly Shannon and Domask and Coleman Hawkins, then you would say to yourself, like, this is a complete rebuild. And the beauty these days, there's really no complete rebuilds anymore. You can do it quickly.
Can they get any of the guys that Kentucky was targeting? Like if you're bringing in Antigua, are you also potentially bringing in some of these freshmen that were committed to Kentucky that have not yet signed anywhere else? Some of these transfers that we thought were going to have a chance to be able to go to Kentucky. Maybe someone like a DJ Wagner or a Dude Thoreau or some of these guys that left the Kentucky program. Is there a chance to be able to get some of them? Is that part of the value of going out and dropping a bag on Orlando Antigua?
I don't know. I mean, Orlando was there before, and he helped build this thing for Brad. That's the beauty. He knows what Brad wants, and again, I think Brad has adapted. Brad has really adapted over the last probably 5 years or so, and give him credit for doing that. Not only on the court, even off the court a little bit. He's certainly gotten a little softer. We've talked about this with Tyler than he was years ago. But I think, again, if they've got NIL, they've got that, so they could still be a player for some of these top end guys that are either in the portal right now or the guys that are going to pop here. And again, one of the things you got to think about if you're an Illinois fan or whatever, if you're an Illinois coach, is do I save some of this money for the 11th hour? Because the 11th hour, and I'm not talking about this week when kids go in the portal, I'm talking about those kids that withdraw from the NBA draft and go back to school and are available late. And a lot of these schools will have already blown all their money and may not have enough NIL left. And it might be a kind of a last team standing at that point. Who's got the money at that point? Who saved it? Again, I've said this, it's kind of like fantasy football auction. Like, do you spend all your money early? Do you save it? Because you might get a stud late if you save it.
Jeff, nobody cares about your fantasy football team. I do. I think I'm higher on, and I know that Illinois fans tend to be the stressful type, specifically our producer Trevor Valise, who wants Illinois to win more than just anybody wants to win. I think I like this roster more than like if your starting point right now, and you still got to add a couple pieces, but if your starting point is Kai Boswell coming home, right, second chance guy, probably needed a reset. Trey White, who is talented. Ty Rogers, a versatile piece at the 5. Jake Davis, who is a 6'6", sophomore that shot like 39% from three on about 5 attempts per game last year at Mercer, and a guy in Kerry Booth, who is a high upside, skilled, well coached five guy, 4/5, whose father is an NBA. Like you watch Kerry Booth play and you can see the potential and you can see that he's been well coached. I like this. I like the core that they have there. They got to add a couple more pieces, but I think it's very different than some of these other teams. They don't need to add a star. They got their potential stars. They got the guys you can build around. Now you just got to fill out the roster a little bit. Listen, thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.